Hey, this is Ender, and today we're going to be playing some Infinity Kingdom. We're going to be going over today and working on some of the Illusion Battlefield. In the Illusion Battlefield, we're going to be working on Prime League. So we're going to head right in here right now and get this going. So what I want to teach everybody today is how to set up a nice Prime League team, because I get asked this quite a bit, how to set up teams, how things should go, and which team should be the best, which teams we're going to use, and I don't have the answer for which team is the best, which team you should be using, but I have some ideas for you to help you consider which team works best for you, because there is no right answer of which team is best or which team is best there. There are different situations for different teams where they become good. Some teams are really good at defending, where other teams are really good at attacking. So let's decide which team you want to be playing as. So let's get right into this. First off, you need to set up your troops. So the first troop I'd like to show you guys today, I'm going to be working on a fire build with you guys. It is a heavy attack build, the very first troop that I want to put in. Because I personally like that my most important build is the build that I attack with, because I like to be a very offensive, aggressive player. So we're going to be working with fire. Other good builds for a front-end attacking build is also lightning is really good for attack. A lot of people do like using earth too, but earth has its hits and misses that I'm not as fond of personally, but that's just a personal taste thing because of the type of style that I play. Not that there's anything wrong with earth, it's just I prefer a fire or a lightning build. So we're going to be using here, we're going to throw Hippolyta here. And then we are going to be going over here. Let's go and organize this into fire. And we're going to confirm. So along with Hippo, we're going to want William. We're going to want Empress Wu. And since we haven't got into the finals yet, we're going to be stuck with Ashoka right now because we don't have Cyrus. So normally you'd be using Cyrus in this build, and I'm about to explain why, rather than Ashoka. So here's first off why we're going to be using the build that we're using in the order that we're using it in. So Empress Wu in the back there, she is one of your big damage dealers. She's going to hit a lot of the back targets and stuff. She's not just hitting the front line. So she's going to be adding some extra DPS there. So she's your main extra DPS add, and she's your magic damage to keep stuff from making it hard to defend versus. Other than that, that's just her main position. Otherwise, the rest of the build is actually built around Hippolyta here. And the reason being is because if we go over here, and let's look over at our selection here, because we're going to work on one troop at a time. Look at Hippolyta's here is their ability here. Oh, I've got some already stuff set up in here. Let's get rid of these so I can put them all in with you and you can see how I do it. Because I'm going to be changing some of these out actually. So her main ability is called Flaming Smite. And what it does is it does a whole bunch of damage. It's not massive damage to a bunch of random enemy troops, but the big thing is it reduces the energy by 100% and their attack speed by 10%, and it's stackable. So you could reduce up to like a ridiculous amount of attack speed so they just don't do anything. So you put her up against Alex or something who is very attack speed based, and you have her put off this ability a whole bunch, and suddenly Alex isn't doing anything. And however, it's not as good versus him because of his passive ability and stuff, which is especially when we get an artifact on him or something, it's up all the time. However, in Illusion Battlefield, there are no artifacts. Artifacts are not put into place. There is no unique artifacts at this point in the game. So using her against Alex, for instance, really makes him become a kind of a useless champion, and along with some of these other different champions. And this is why I don't like Earth as much, because of Hippolyta, because she's just very, very strong. My opinion, at least. So the thing is, though, is in order for her to be getting off this ability, she needs to gain energy very, very, very quickly. Well, there's a few different ways that you can gain energy faster in the game. Within skills is we have two different options. One of them is Adrenaline Rush, which every normal attack has a 50% chance of gaining 150 energy once it's fully upgraded. So we're definitely going to be putting that on because we want as much energy on her as fast as possible. The next thing that we can put on her is, if we scroll down here, over here, we want to find Energy Burst. Where is it? I'm always bad at finding the things. Oh, it's right there at the top. put an energy burst. And this will gain us 100 energy every single time we deal a critical hit. So let's go in here, let's get this upgraded. Everything in there maxed out. So it's 100 energy every single time she critically hits. So now that means that she is dependent on getting lots of attacks, number one. Number two, she needs to crit a lot. The more often she is critting, the more damage she is doing, as well as the more often she's getting energy bursts. So we want to upgrade her critical chance. So if we go down into this, let's scroll down here. There is an ability here called Rage. Increases your crit rate after you enter battle. So we're going to give her that because we want her to have as much crit as possible. And if we look, if we upgrade it all the way, it doesn't even cost that much because it's blue, gives her an extra 15% chance of crit. With whatever bonus she already has, which we're going to get into that in a minute, because if we look over here at William's ability here, he increases the crit rate of all the troops by 20%. 20% and 15%, we're at 35%. Plus, if we go back over here and we look at the dragon, this is where it gets really quite interesting. Ooh, wrong button. We'll get there eventually, guys. Look at the dragon here. The dragon, no, where can I see the dragon stats? That would be out here, actually. So let's look at the dragon stats, guys, together. Look at the dragon. Its last ability, the immortals get a crit value from it. So their chance of crit goes up even higher. So, and what does this do? And increases the chance of crit for this as well. And the crit damage. So the fire dragon increases crit damage, increases crit rate. Silas later on increases or decreases enemies' resilience. And resilience is how much you defend against critical hits. So for instance, if you were going to be taking 100 damage, but you had 10 resilience, you might take 90 damage instead. So it reduces the crit damage as an example. I don't know if that's the exact math, it's just an example, but that's what resilience does. So the lower the enemy's resilience is, the more damage they're going to be taking, and the more often that you're able to crit, the more often that extra damage is coming out. Plus, then that's going to mean that Hippo's getting more and more energy so that she can then use her ultimate ability more often. So this entire build is based around Critical Strike. Okay, so we're going to go in here. We've got her Critical Strike, her Adrenaline Rush, and that. So now next thing we need to do is we need to go to William over here. And we would kind of like William to last quite well because a lot of characters, we're not doing a ridiculous amount of damage straight up, to be completely honest. So we need at least one character that can be somewhat tanky. And the best character for that would be then William because he's on the front line. Because it's just how it works. So over here, we want to give William, we're going to give him paralysis, which is going to make them attack slower versus us. We're going to give him Oaken Guard, which then helps everybody take less damage. And we are going to give him Resist, which is going to make less damage from magic as well. So this is all about taking as little damage as possible now. So we're going to now upgrade all of these to max. All the way there. Reduced attack speed. Let's get me out of the way. I keep getting in the way of you guys, even though I see all this stuff. There. Upgrade Oaken Guard. Upgrading Resist here. So now Resist and Oaken Guard reduces the magical or physical damage depending on which one you have on. So Resist is magic damage, Oaken Guard is physical damage, and it reduces it up by 50%, which is like half the damage gone, which is huge to 3 of your targets. So they're pretty powerful. You pretty much need them on most builds, not every build, but most builds. So on top of the fact the less often they're able to attack, which is that speed, means the less often they're going to be able to hit you, which once again less damage taken, so it protects him. So now we're going to head over to Ashoka. We're going to get rid of everything he's holding here because we want to completely reset this, because I want actually a different build on him now. And the very first thing I want to give him is Berserk. And the reason we're going to give him Berserk and we're going to upgrade it is, once again, this is one more thing that's going to help Hippolyta out. And here's why. So you see that if I click on this, it increases the attack speed of all my units by 10%. Well, Hippo, the faster she attacks, the more chance she has of critting, the more chance that she has of getting that adrenaline rush buff to go off, at which point then she will be able to use her ultimate more, which means that if they don't have any energy on the enemy team, because she's doing this so often, they can't hit hard. The less hard they can hit, the longer I can survive, the more damage I can do to them and they're not doing to me. So this gives me that attack speed buff. On top of the fact, it gives me some life steal for all of my guys too, so they can survive just a little bit longer. Usually that's not very important because of the fact that a lot of people run like Quinn or Khan, or one of these people that does like wounding effects on targets. And if you're wounded, you can't heal anyways. So that's not as important, but if they don't happen to have that, it helps a lot. So let's see here. What else are we going to want to put on him now? We have a few different options here. So if I go over to Speed Blessing, this will increase my attack speed even more. And if I come over here, let's see, where is it? Is it War Blessing? No, I'm trying to remember the name of the other one. There's one more in here. Is it Rage? Energy Regen. So this is only for the first 12 seconds of the battle. It will give both a speed buff and an energy regen buff. Fast, once again, more energy means that Hippo can use her ability faster if it happens to land on her, as well as speed means she can get those more attacks out. More attacks means more energy. It's all about speed, critical strike, and as many times as Hippo can attack as possible. So it's all based around Hippo. Okay, maxed out both of those now. Now we're going to head over to here, and we're going to get rid of this, going to get rid of this, and we're going to get rid of this. So Empress Wu is really simple. So what we want to give Empress Wu is, we want to have her with Annihilation, because that's a lot of damage. We want to have Empress Wu with, where is it? It's around here somewhere, if I can find it. It's one that reduces the enemy's resilience. Energy suppression, no. There it is, weakness. And then we are going to want one that makes it that she has a chance of critting with her magic, and it's called Chase, I believe. Give me a second, I will find it here. Looking for Chase, guys. You see? Oh, there it is. So, every magical hit has a 25% chance of causing extra magic damage to all enemies. So that means she's going to crit more often. We're going to upgrade this so that it is an extra, how much is it? 225% damage is a lot. Then we're going to upgrade this so that the crits even hit harder on everybody. So every single time anybody's getting a crit on the team, we're going to hit even harder. And then Annihilation here. We're going to upgrade even more so that she does even more damage. There's all of our damage now. So now we have set up team number 1, Fire. This is our attacking team. We need an attacking team and now a defense team. So we need a team that's going to sit in the base and defend our base while we're sending our other team to slaughter people. And we have a few different options here. So, option number 1. This is what I'm going to be running. I think I am now going to be using, this is where I would then be using more of a tanky build with Earth. And so the goal of this team is not to kill the other team so much, but just to take as little damage as possible so that the timer runs out. Or just actually win the fight. So we're actually not going to be using Alex, which is quite common. We're going to be using Leonidas because we just want to live as long as possible. And Leonidas just doesn't take damage. Charles gives everybody a shield. So the more often he's giving shields, then everybody's taking less damage. We're going to then mix that with, where is it? We're going to go into Earth here, and we're going to get Zenobia so she can heal everybody and keep them alive longer. Hopefully nobody is using Con or something, which is then going to make this much more difficult. And then in the back, let's see, who do we want to mix that will make them live even longer? Let's get all. I have a decision here to do. What back row? Maybe Quinn. Damage doesn't really make my guys tanky. I really have to throw Dido in here right now, but I don't have her unlocked yet. Con would get rid of their healing. Let's see. Probably Cleo's not really suited for this here build. Maybe Quinn, but Quinn doesn't add that much damage, so we're probably going to go with Con. But then that throws away my lightning build if I want to throw a lightning build in as well. Decisions, guys. This is why I don't like Earth, because I just don't have one more good person to throw in the back line. You know what? I have another idea. Let's get rid of the Earth. Let's try this. Let's go to Wind. Let's use Arthur. Let's use Earth. We're going to use Charles, Zenobia, and Quinn. And then we're going to throw on the Earth Dragon there. That's pretty tanky. I think it is. We're going to try this out. I don't know how this build's going to work. This is just something I just came out of the top of my head right now. This is going to be our tank build that we're going to throw in. So let's see how tanky we can now make this. Let's throw over here. Ooh, wrong screen. We're going to get there, guys. So, Arthur, what do you have? Let's get this off you. We don't need this on you yet. Okie dokie. Charles, Zenobia. Oh, you already got some on you there. Get rid of that. Rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. So, Arthur, move me out of the way. Let's see here. Lifelink. That's our damage. Then we are going to want, there's some purple, a physical shield. And let's see, magical shield. There we go. Then Charles, we are going to want, let's get rid of some accuracy race so we have take a little bit less damage. We can use, is anybody using shelter? Let's give shelter to Zenobia. I think anybody. Okay. Let's. Yeah, I guess if we give them dodge, they'll survive just a little bit longer because it just survive as long as possible. What else can we do here? Actually, no, I know what we'll give. Get rid of this, come down here. Let's go to the green. The green has something interesting. It would be holds fast and onslaught. Nope, not onslaught. Wrong. Switch. And fortify. There it is. Okay, so we have here on Arthur, life tap means as he takes damage, he will then reflect the damage, which also stacks with his ability to reduce damage taken to him and reflects damage, so it's just extra reflection. Then he'll take less damage with physical shield, so he'll take less physical damage, and magical shield will reduce his magical damage, so he takes as little damage as possible. Then Charles is over here lowering the accuracy rate, which means our guys are being hit less often. And then he's increasing his physical defense and his magical defense. Quinn, we are going to give Quinn Sacrifice. That'll help us with our damage. Okie dokie. Sacrifice will make him do less damage to make everybody else on the team, or 2 other players on the team, do more damage. He doesn't need to do much damage anyways, because he's just a support character. Got 2 support characters here. Let's see. What else can we put on you? Zenobia. Let's go to her for a second here. We're going to give Zenobia more healing ability. We're going to give her support for more healing. Then we are going to give... Who else here is sitting with abilities on them? Let me get rid of these so I can see stuff better. So I was trying some different builds out earlier. Oh, that's what I can put on them. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I'll be able to see all this easier after this. There we go. Now I'll be able to see. What else can I give him? What's Malice do? Reduce the crit rate of all enemies. Oh, he's already got that on. Does she have an aura? No, she doesn't. So let's get... Where is that? Malice, let's reduce that crit rate. Oh, I already have an aura. Do I? Aura. Oh, Shelter's an aura. My bad, guys. So I could give her Death Breath for more damage. Quinn, we can give him... After Image will give my guys Dodge to last a little longer. Defense Blessing will let us last a little longer as well. There we go. So first let's upgrade all of our stuff for survival, because this is a survival build. We'll upgrade the damage stuff last with whatever we have left over. See. So anyways, feel free to throw into the comments if you have any other ideas for my build here. If you got something better I can do, please let me know. Because I don't know everything. But don't tell anybody that. Anyways. There's After Image upgraded. Defense Blessing upgraded. And we're going to upgrade Sacrifice yet? No. Let's upgrade Shelter. I might have enough to upgrade all of them. Let's see. No, we're getting too close to the end. Support upgrade. Let's get that lifelink upgraded, I guess. And over here you have an aura. It's misleading. Let's upgrade that. Oh, just enough. There we go. We got 10 more here. Good, good. Death Breath or Sacrifice. Let's do sacrifice because it will be more of a payout because it's purple, so we'll be able to fit more in there. Yes. Okie dokie. There we go. We're all at the points now. We're all out of the purple stuff up here in the corner here. So now, we now have our 2 teams. That's all we really need. We can set up more teams, but what's going to end up happening quite often is you're not going to be able to do too much. However, even though they don't do too much, every now and then you throw them into a tower just so they can sit in there and just gain points if nobody's around, and you can leave them in there. So we just have 2 other teams that just don't really fully matter. Let's do a lightning team just so it's easy, because eventually we're going to upgrade these teams, and eventually there'll be something. Right now it doesn't really matter. El Cid is good. Richard is good. And Yi with the lightning dragon. Then we want to have down here, let's do a water team. I don't have anything else. Let's go with Ramses, Harold, Merlin, Yoshi. Actually, let's go with Attila. Harold's awesome. Harold's much better when you have Dido, his artifact, and Ragnar. If you don't have Ragnar and Dido in the build with Harold's artifact, I would say Ramses and Attila would be better. And I don't have artifacts in Illusion Battlefield, so we're going to go with that. These are just some teams just to grab other points. We could put skills on them. Do we want to put skills on them? No, because we're just going to avoid even letting them get into combat if possible. That way we can save the time for having to do that. Maybe I'll do it some other time. So let's see. Let's go over here, back into here. Let's gather some coins. And off this, we're just finishing up everything because I'm sure somebody was out there seeing that there was stuff that I hadn't collected in here and there was troops that need to be built. And somebody's out there going to be upset by seeing me not do this. Collecting some gifts. I know I'm going to be upset. Let's see, can I fight anybody here? Here's something a lot of guys don't know. There's an opponent refresh up here. I know right now I'm rank 10 right now in the arena. I know that I can, I'm pretty sure, fight this person because I can look at them. And so I'm going to challenge them. Let's say there's nobody on here that I can challenge. I will actually wait for the timer to go and challenge that person, so that this way I get as many successful wins as possible. So like right now here, I know I cannot win versus this person. This person here is going to beat me. They're higher than me. They're 162,000. And I believe that they are earth and I am water. Right now, earth is slaughtering water. So I am not going to go against that person. I will lose. I'll just wait. I'll wait 28 minutes. I get some new people and I can use that last one and get more rewards. Waiting. It's a good thing. Patience with this game is really the biggest thing. The more patient you are, the better you're going to do. So, also some new information, guys, since the last time I made a video. We are now on server 194. We are no longer on server 186. We actually all left that server, all of us. Sir Kitty Cat is still here with us. He still has his awesome army. He's still #1 ranking on this server. If I go over here and I look, yep, Sir Kitty Cat's marked all over the place. There we go, Sir Kitty Cat, and so that's the Lord Power. Let's head over to, oh, right now he's less, but he's probably higher. He's probably doing something. I think he's like at 230, right around there, 230k, 226, right around there. But this is our top people right now. I'm 10th. However, if you notice here, don't have my tier 5 troops yet. My bad. I was trying to keep my Lord Power low for when we jumped, and didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money on space portals because I'm not rich. Anyways, so this is going to be the video for the day, guys. So now we're over here on 194. It's actually getting really nice. We're about to be going into the Frost soon, and we're going to be taking on a few other different servers. The big server that we're going to be taking on right now is going to be server 193, so it's going to be a big battle between 194 and 193, and I'll be doing as much footage of it as I can for you guys, so you can guys actually see how the server versus server works. So stay tuned, guys, and enjoy, and it was a great time having you. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you liked the video, because I'll be trying to release as much of this as possible. It helps out a whole bunch. Have a good one. Later.